Okay. So we had a planning meeting on Wednesday, yesterday, with Carol Richardson, the new town administrator. So let me just go over an action item that her and John had developed. Let me get my screen. And it's really just pointing out task. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vendors.
And where they are, the task and the completion and the status of the task. So first item obviously is the vendor. So right now, unfortunately, we do not have a lot of people who have signed up for the event. We have 9 out of 40 spots signed up. Now, we have discussed with getting more social media on a weekly basis, maybe on a daily basis, promoting the event, right? That would be on Instagram and Facebook, also through Constant Contact. I'm personally not too worried. Maybe mid-May, I'll be worried if we don't have more vendors, right? These are actual people that have registered, that are going to sell a service or a product, okay? So we're going to, like I said, we're going to increase our social media presence. Carol's going to call vendors, and I'm going to call vendors. I've sent emails to vendors letting them know that the open registration has started. And so we've gotten a few people responding. I honestly think maybe some of it might be people just waiting until the last minute to see how things pan out. Like there's several events. Like June is a busy event month, right? So we'll see how that goes. Are there any questions with regards to vendors?
Lisa, one question. Did you get to that vendor who was having that one issue?
She did not call me. Did you?
She didn't call you?
Yeah, I thought you were going to have her call me.
I gave her your number and I did tell her to call you over text, but
Is she? Do you know? I have been corresponding with somebody from looks like a bank or financial institution.
no, this lady sells teas.
Okay.
Okay.
Pass along her number to me.
That what it said?
So what has happened is we also extended the in-town registration for the in-town vendors or businesses, right? We had cut it off April the 13th for them. We've decided to go ahead and extend it to the end of May. So even with that being extended, we currently have 9 as of today, a mix between in-town and non-town vendors registered. So that's the status on there. Like I said, I'm not too worried about it just yet. Mother's Day, people are still planning their schedules, I think, but please let me know your opinion.
What date is registration closed for everybody?
So we have it closed May the 26th.
Okay.
And Carol Richardson recommended that we extend it to June 5th. I did respond back and say, we need time to vet the vendors that we currently have, right? Which we can do. 9, we can vent that right now, right? But we usually close the registration a little earlier because 1, we need to vet and review the vendors to make sure that, it's family friendly services and products. And secondly, we'll have a vendor meeting between that time and the actual event. So I told her I would come to the event committee and get y'all's opinion on whether we should extend it. She was saying June 5th. I think that's cutting it close. The event's on June 8th. And also you gotta remember, what if you get, I mean, yeah, we've capped it to 40, so we can always plan for 40, but maybe extend it to June 6th. I don't really think that the end date is the issue. I don't. It's just not getting the word out, I feel, is the issue. So what are your thoughts?
I think so also. It's getting this event exposed to the maximum number of vendors, where vendors know these little type things are to sign up for. So
Yeah.
I
that's
agree
what I
with
think.
that.
And you're right about not, I don't think June 5th will. Yeah, I think that's cutting it close, because like you said, we do have vendor meetings. We'd have to individually talk to a bunch of people, maybe not a lot of people, vendors at one time, but still.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I apologize. I was gonna ask, for nonprofits, I know you're saying you're extending, the date. However, is there gonna be a time frame when nonprofits, I'm from PSJBC, so just trying to get an idea on when we may receive notification that, we can participate in the parade and the information booth.
Have you signed up? You have signed up, right?
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, John sent out, so, I normally don't do a confirmation until we start doing the vendor,
After vetting everybody, yeah.
yeah, and like I said, we do a vendor walkthrough of the day and how you should proceed in. So as long as you've registered, you're confirmed right now.
Okay.
And that hasn't been closed off either. So we're gonna be extending. It's up until May. I've
Okay.
talked to a few vendors who said, "Oh, it's not till May. Let me think on it." Right. So somebody said it's $70. I was like, but last year was 125. Like we've gone down in the fee. So I don't know if people want to pay $50. I don't know. I don't
Are you
know
saying
the
it's 70
norm.
for the vendors is $75? Is that the cost?
Oh,
70.
yes, it's 70. So from our meeting, I don't think I told you all this. I know I didn't. I did not find out about the rate change until after our meeting in April. So
Okay.
remember, we had the vendors at 125, right? For non-town. That was decreased to 70.
That's
And
decent.
then it was for in-town decreased to $30. So I didn't find that out until a few days after talking to John, because I was doing the Eventbrite, and he says, "Oh, you have the wrong rates." I'm like, "Oh, I do?" I didn't know. So the commissioners made a decision to lower the rate. So I have never done a vendor, like I've never been a vendor. What is y'all's opinion? Like, is $70 still too high? Like,
I don't think so. I've done vending. I don't think that's too high. As long as you have the people, the crowd, you can't guarantee, but hopefully you'll get a lot of people out there,
yeah,
So, and that will,
yeah,
I think $70 is pretty reasonable for an outdoor event like that.
yeah,
And for
I thought-
the outside community, yeah, in town 30 and
Yeah.
outside 7. No, I've never done
Exactly.
vending before, so I think that's a pretty good deal. I mean, first time, so I think that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, now the
yes,
125 might have been a little steep, but 70 is not bad. That's not
yeah.
bad.
I've talked to a few vendors myself, and they like that.
Mhm.
Oh, you muted yourself. I hope I didn't mute you. Unmute yourself, Wanda.
Okay.
Go ahead. What were you saying, Wanda?
Oh, I'm sorry, somebody's ringing my doorbell, the front doorbell out in the building. I had to let them in. So I went
okay.
muted for them. It automatically muted me. Anyway, these vendors I talked to, they were pleasantly surprised, and they liked the $70 price.
Okay, did they say they were gonna register?
One of them is the lady who
Oh,
has
the
the
one,
issue,
yeah,
and the other lady says she's definitely looking into it, maybe by tomorrow, and she's gonna
yeah,
let some other vendor friends of hers know.
okay,
So,
great.
yeah.
But that's what I think, I think it's, the timing. I'm not too concerned, but I'll get concerned if we don't get more people, but we're definitely gonna push it. Commissioner, I don't know if you were on right before I said that. We're gonna increase our social media and the constant contacts. Every week, we're gonna be sending that out, updating. So we just need to increase the vendors. Currently, I'm gonna skip around here for a second, since we're
Look,
talking about the
I
event.
have a question. I have a
Sure.
question. Have they thought about advertising the radio stations, the local stations?
It's interesting that you said that. My church is doing an event and they said, well, can we do radio?
Yeah,
I did some research on it. It was really hard to find where you can get a shout out on a radio.
because I
Um,
listened to 96.3. It's a Black
okay.
R&B station from
Yeah.
Howard, and there's another R&B station 102. I think it's 102.3 or 102 point.
Yeah.
The one that used to have Donnie Simpson on it.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So we have not looked at that. I'm sure there will be a cost for that. I don't
Mhm.
know. But
Yeah.
we can take the action to look at radio announcements. But as you're saying that, I'm thinking the library, we had a really good turnout, I felt, for the tree lighting. And because of the scavenger hunt that the library did in conjunction with our tree lighting. And they said that their scavenger hunt was promoted on the library's social media YouTube page. So that brought a lot of people out as well. So I'll follow up with them to see if maybe they might be able to help promote our event, right? With kids and family on their YouTube page. Okay. And also the radio. Any other questions? Nope. Okay. So just sticking with the whole Eventbrite vendor, we have 13 participants currently for the parade. We currently have 10 nonprofit vendors attending. The volunteers have not really signed up. We're going to be pushing that as well. And I'll contact some of the vendors that have previously signed up and see if they're available. So that's where we stand with that.
Lisa, I have a question. Did AARP sign up? Because I did send them a notice about nonprofit having the table, the local AARP.
They're under the parade. I mean, there would be nonprofit.
Nonprofit.
Give me 1 second. One second, sorry. I don't see AARP.
Okay, thank you. Then I will talk to the president. I'll see her next Thursday. I sent that information to her last month.
Hold on, let me keep looking.
Because there's no charge for nonprofit, correct? Is that right? And that's
Sorry, I looked at the, correct, there is no charge for that. Give me 1 second, let me check the other one. Sorry, I looked at the parade,
oh, okay.
which you told me it was not parade. No, I don't see AARP.
Okay, great. Then I need to speak with Catherine about
So-
that. I'll see her Thursday. I sent her email last month.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people are just, I don't know what it is. But let me just really go over quickly since I have the list open. For the government nonprofit, we currently have, the Mitchell Bowie section of the National Council of Negro Women. Is that your group? No, that's not your group, Wanda.
Wanda's group, isn't it? Isn't that your group, Wanda?
Wanda, is that your group?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, they're signed up.
Mhm.
Moms Demand Action, Providence St. John Baptist Church,
Okay.
Council District 9. We
Senate.
have Rules Fitness. She's also going to be a vendor and also part of the entertainment. We have Union United Methodist. We have Divine Peace. We have the library, and then Epic SMVI. I'm not sure what that is. Let me see.
Have you reached out for any government agencies like Department of Aging, Department of Health, and those types?
No, I mean, if they weren't on my, I had a previous list. I don't know if we've ever had them. So, but if you want to send me an email, I'll definitely follow up with them. Yes. If you could just put that in an email for me.
Okay. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of people. that I
Okay.
can email.
Send it on over.
Are you looking for churches?
It does, yes.
Okay,
That's
because
perfectly fine.
the church I go to, it's a large church. They got about 12,000 members. It's First Baptist of Glen Arden.
That's a-
Okay.
Um,
So we
I
could,
don't,
I mean,
I
if
don't know
you,
who you.
if
I can
we-
get
go ahead. Sorry.
I can get you their phone number. I don't know who you would contact there.
Okay. Um,
They're in
you
Upper
know, maybe,
Marlboro on Watkins Park Drive.
yeah, I'm familiar with the church. Yeah.
Mhm.
They're athlete, everyone is invited to have a table. They could even be in the parade. It's just a matter of, maybe we could send them a flyer or something and let them know and let their congregation know, right? But
Yeah.
that, you know, that's a huge church, so that might bring a lot of traffic, which would be great for the event, right? So, but we have to get more vendors. We don't want like 1,200 people to show up and we only have 9 vendors. You know what I mean? Anyway, okay, I digress. So with that being said, we have 5 food trucks. So the food trucks are pretty already committed. So we're good there. Alrighty. Next item, John has gone in and the town clerk, John Hostin, is getting the United States Army Old Guard. He's put in a request. So they do like revolutionary style parade drums. They've done it for the president. So John is working that so we can possibly have them participate in the parade. We have reached out to the dignitaries, county council, etc. And John is going to be contacting them to get their RSVP, and we'll have a better idea of who will be showing up. We do have word out with Wise High School for the color guard and for their band. So that's where we stand with that. We just need to confirm it. They have tentatively agreed. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let me go back to this, our task list here. We're continuing recruiting for volunteers, event parking. Right now, the event parkings are going to be where the public parking is currently at, right? The vendor parking, as we did last year, will be in the upper deck of the parking garage. So that's not going to change for the vendors, but it's going to be street parking for the public and also any public parking lots that we have available. Okay. Swag items. my understanding is they're working on getting some hats. So the swag items, they're gonna be two different types, maybe a hat and a t-shirt. Now, some items will only be exclusive to town residents, right? Remember how we did for the tree lighting event? They emailed postcards out, and if a town person came in with that postcard, put their name and address, logged it down, they got a nice little ornament. So that's the idea behind this, right? We're really trying to get the town residents, which is about 690 people, to come out to our events. So that's what they tentatively have planned, are some really nice hats, teal with the town emblem on it. Okay. Event program, John is working on that. We actually have one sponsor currently, which is Andrews Federal Credit Union. And someone had called me today about sponsoring, doing a program sponsorship as well. So we might have two of those. Social media, like I said, we're going to continue to promote. Same with the website. We've gone over the parade. Aiden Thomas is going to be handling the parade on the day of the parade, the day of the event. So more to come on that. Parade route is the same. I think we discussed that at our last meeting, right? Let me see here. We're getting golf carts, we're getting a generator. DJ. So I did reach out to 3 DJs that we had asked for quotes from them last year. I've only heard back from one, which and he's provided a quote. So I'm going to follow up with the other 2 to see if they, are going to submit their quote. Any questions so far? Nope. Okay, good.
No, Lisa,
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna send you the contact name and number for another DJ.
Okay, absolutely.
I'll send it to you right after this meeting.
Okay. Send it to me. Yeah, we're gonna get the quotes on that. I've also asked them to provide a playlist, right?
Okay,
So I'm going to send Wanda and Brenda. I'll send you all once I get the quotes in, because we're not gonna have another meeting. I don't think, but I want you all to look at the quotes, because I really want a playlist. Like, tell me, not just really you're gonna play reggae or Afrotone or whatever. I want to know artists like, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, whatever, so we have a vibe of how they're gonna think about it, right? Dua Lipa, like, so stuff like that. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, so it
Okay.
can be for everybody, a little bit, something for every
Everything.
generation.
Yeah. 70s, 80s.
80s, 90s, yeah, all that. I understand.
R&B.
Yeah, we want to mix it up. So we want to be able to make sure our DJ can pivot. And they're very, Okay, so that's also, like I said, we're getting bids in for that, or quotes. That's really it. We did order tables and chairs for the vendors, and we also are getting the band wagon trailer stage. So it's going to be a covered stage. So it's a really nice one. I'll try to see if I can find it. Sorry, I should have been a little bit more prepared. But it's nicer than what we had. It's a covered bandwagon type stage. Okay. I'll send a picture of it after tonight's meeting.
Now, do we have the performance, the entertainment on the stage? Has that been lined up?
No, not yet.
No,
It has not, unfortunately.
okay.
We do have Rules Fitness. She did last year. I am gonna reach out to the Southern Aquatic about maybe having some classes demoed. And before anybody, I did talk to the Upper Marlboro Community Center because I said, hey, I'm thinking about reaching out down to Brandywine, which is not in our district. And they just said, well, what kind of demos are you thinking? Like they have cardio kickboxing, they have some weight training, they have not booty blast, body blast or something like that. So it is not in conflict with the Upper Marlboro Community Center. They don't offer those classes. So but if you know of any great exercising at the community center and an instructor, I'll definitely reach out to them as well. Here, let me see if I get this link here. Any questions so far? Y'all are
No,
too quiet. You're too quiet.
I have a question. Is there gonna be a place where we sign up for where we want to volunteer?
Yeah, that was my question too. Yeah.
You mean what
Or-
stations?
Yeah, because
Where are you gonna put us to work, you know? To
Yeah,
volunteer?
that's still being ironed out. Right now, we're only gonna have one tent. It's gonna be the town tent. So
Okay.
I can say we would need people to man the town tent. We will need people to check the vendors in. What that entails is having the Eventbrite app. It's two different apps, one for checking in orders. So let me walk you through what we did last year. The vendors sign up, obviously through Eventbrite, and they get a barcode, they get a ticket. So when they enter the festival area, we will need somebody standing at where M&T Bank is, right there on the corner across from the post office. They'll enter there, and then we need somebody to scan that person's ticket, and it registers with Eventbrite that they have checked in. Now, the problem is the people that are nonprofit or government, they don't use Eventbrite. So what we've done for them is we provided parking passes. They will have to go to the town hall to get a parking pass, right? We will send the list to the town hall, and they'll check them off and give them a parking pass. So either you have to have an Eventbrite ticket or you have to have a parking pass.
Mm.
And so we will need somebody to work that entry point. It's a lot of up and down standing. They will provide a chair. They usually have the police officers right there blocking off the road so no one can come in. What is that? Is that Water Street? It's down by the post office. So on that corner, people will not be able to come in during the event. So if anybody's interested in doing that, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay. Because they'll check them in, and then the vendors will drive down to Governor Odom Drive. And at that point, last year was Wanda and Brenda, I think maybe, you would assign them parking spaces. Did we assign or did we let them park wherever they wanted to park?
we
Wonderful.
let them park where they wanted.
Right.
So it'll be the same thing. They can park wherever they want. They get one parking space, and they will park at that parking space. They will then go and get their table and chairs, drop all their stuff off in their parking space. And then by, I believe it was, I think 9 o'clock, we had them 9 or 9:15. They had to be off of the road and into the parking garage area. And they can set up from like 9:15 till 10, right?
Correct.
Their table. So those are some of the tasks that need to be done the day of event. So just keep that in mind. If anything jumps out at you, please let me know and we'll definitely assign that to you.
I'm still gonna do the vendors in their spaces.
Okay. So we definitely need someone to check. And also there will be town staff that will be there as well. I'm trying to think of what other areas. Andrea, does that really kind of answer your question, or do you?
Yeah, I was just wondering, was there a sheet where we go to officially sign up?
You can go if you, let's do this. If you can go to the town website and sign up on the volunteer list. Everything is on the town website. If you go to community and
Wait a
then you go
minute.
to Marlboro Day, you will see links for vendor, links for parade, links for non-government, nonprofits and government, and a link for volunteers. So just go there and sign and put your name there.
Okay,
Because as we have the vendor meeting, we will also have a volunteer meeting.
okay.
Okay?
Okay, I was interested in doing the swag items, helping with that.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be at the town tent.
Okay.
Okay. What else? Let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was muted. Getting back to the entertainment, last year I was assigned to do the entertainment. Of course, they didn't show up because we, for the rain date to put, make sure they don't stay on stage longer than they're supposed to.
Yeah.
So I think it was like 5 of them last year, and they only had like 15 minutes. But of course,
Yeah, I think we only had 2. Or did we even have 2? I think we only
we
had
didn't have
1. I think
any.
Rules
None of the
Fitness,
people
yeah.
showed up. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rule was on. They just, yeah, but
Rules was
others,
the only one that really showed up. It's unfortunate because we had performers planned.
yeah. The rain date threw it off, and so no one, showed up other
Yeah.
than. So
Yeah.
hopefully that can happen this year.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Have somebody to get them off of stage so they won't stay overtime. Have
Yeah.
a line.
Yeah.
I'll do that if once y'all get the entertainment set up.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll help out wherever.
Yep. Yeah, so that's it, really. The permit has been submitted to DPI. I believe we've got a tentative approval for a special event permit. The county has now required, well, you've always had to get a special event permit, right? But we had to have a meeting with DPI, with the fire department, and they had to sign off on it. They're really trying to make sure they're aware of like any big events that are happening. And if you're having an event in a space that it's not purpose for, right? So that's been going on fine. So we don't even hit hiccups with that. Let me stop sharing for a second. Let me see if I can get a picture of the bandwagon. Hold on. Any other questions while I look for this?
Are you looking for any more volunteers? I mean,
Yes.
okay, all right.
We're gonna go reach out to some of the high schools as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to see this. Hold on one second. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, but let me just try to share it with you. So we're getting this.
Okay. What is that? Oh,
We're getting that.
that's for the stage?
Yes.
That's on stage one. Oh, okay. That's different from what it was last year.
Yeah. This was the one Kyle, he had wanted to try to get last year, but they didn't have it in stock. So
Okay.
we're getting it. We do have a entertainment for a band. A band request came in. The only thing about a band is they normally want to get paid. So we'll follow up on that effort. But that's about it that I have. I don't really have any more updates other than we're gonna be hammering, calling vendors and promoting the event. This is not we don't have a rain date, so if something happens, it's unfortunately, we're gonna end up not having a Marble Day, but hopefully it won't be that case.
Did you say we're not gonna have another meeting before June? 8th?
Well, our next meeting, let me see.
Oh, this is just May 1, May 2.
So our next meeting, we will meet on June 6th. Our normal regular scheduled meeting is
Okay.
June. Now, I'll be in contact with the chair and the co-chair, which is Wanda and Brenda. We can meet again as things start trickling in.
Hmm.
Especially with the quotes for the DJ. I have to follow up with you all with that. But if you want, we can have another meeting.
Oh, what? Fast.
Would you want to do one on maybe May the 23rd?
Let me see what on my calendar.
Yeah, I'm good for that date.
Yeah. Okay, I got a Zoom, but that's okay. The same time, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't think I have any conflicts. Andrea? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. May
That day-
23rd.
May 23rd is okay with me as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fine.
Commissioner. And who is DY? I'm sorry, I'm not sure who DY is.
Oh, DY.
DY. Brenda,
Not me.
Yes.
That's Brenda Sutton. No, I see DY.
does that work for you?
That's fine.
Okay, okay. Okay. So, any concerns? I really need everybody's feedback.
Mm,
So far, so good with me. Like I said, this is my first event, so I'm learning as we go along.
Yeah.
This is my first Marlboro one too.
Yeah.
First Marlboro Day.
And unfortunately, I won't be there. So I'm kind of bummed. It'll be great because I won't be there.
Oh, no.
don't say that.
Oh no, we need you there.
No, I say that but no, I'm just saying, just because I won't see the greatness. It's more about I won't be there, and then it'll be a great event, and I'll be like, oh, great. Anyway, it is what it is. Okay. So, all righty. I'm gonna give you 15 minutes back of your life.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and it's always a productive.
Okay. Hey, Commissioner Brooks, but you work at the courthouse, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't promote our event.
No, I cannot. I wish I could, but no, I'm sorry, I can't. It's a conflict of interest.
I know.
Mm.
I can't. You can't hurt. You can't blame a girl for trying.
Yeah, but I'm sure. I'm sure that I can pass the word along to someone and see if they can, do something. But me personally, no. But I can pass it along to someone.
Okay.
I can send you my church's website.
Okay, that's fine. And I'll call the secretary, and maybe we can get a flyer to them or something. And especially if we can get some volunteers, like kids that need volunteer hours. And so, yeah.
Lisa,
Okay.
Lisa, do you know if there are some newsletters at Town Hall? I was gonna run by and pick some up and leave them at the community center.
Yeah, we
You
need
mean
Celeste to
flyers
send
for the
some-
event or
Or flyers for the event, or even the newsletters, because I know the newsletters have the flyer. Not,
so if you do want to come, I'll let John print you some out. Yes, absolutely.
Good, because
Okay.
Leslie was asking about a flyer today. Leslie at the community center.
Okay.
I sent her to the website.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's making the flyers from that.
I'll tell John to print some out, and then when people come in, if they ask about it, and I'll need some too. I'll take it down to the aquatic center down here.
I can't pass any out because I'm in a courthouse too.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Oh, you did tell me that. You're in Greenbelt, right?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay,
Okay. Okay, well, like I said, I think it's just people are, I'm only basing this off of one vendor, right? They're planning their schedule and I think maybe Capitol Heights or District Heights is having an event pretty soon, and I don't know.
Just
Yeah.
had one. They got a lot of stuff going on up there, you know.
Oh, they did? They just had it?
They had a health and wellness affair. And see, I'm on the community service for the ARP. So I'm almost sure that we probably will have a table.
Okay.
And I just got to talk with the committee chairperson and the president. And I'll see
Okay.
them on Thursday. Because I did send her an email about it was a nonprofit. We don't have to pay. So they like that. And
Yeah.
so I'll follow up on that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Sounds great.
Hmm.
If there's no other questions, I'm gonna stop recording.